Member for Richmond South Centre.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. From 1881 to 1885, Chinese labour was needed to build the Canadian Pacific Railway. When the Chinese labour was no longer needed, the Chinese Immigration Act 1885 was introduced. It was the first legislation in Canadian history to exclude immigration on the basis of ethnic background. Chinese had to pay at least $50 to come to Canada. Then it was raised to 100, then 500. 500 was equal to the purchase of 2 homes. Chinese Immigration Act of 1923, aka the Chinese Exclusion Act, replaced the 1885 Act and basically banned all Chinese immigrants until it is repealed in 1947. Yet many Canadians, including young Chinese Canadians, do not know the history. That's why I'm glad our government's fulfilling another 2017 election promise by providing $27.5 million to the Chinese Canadian Museum Society to support the purchase of a historical Wing Sung building. It will be the home of the permanent Chinese Canadian Museum. Wing Sung building is not just an oldest building in Vancouver, Chinatown. The building also reflects the racist policy directed toward Chinese Canadian by the previous governments throughout BC history. Establishing the Chinese Canadian Museum will strengthen Vancouver, Chinatown's UNESCO nomination as a World Heritage Site. It will raise the global awareness, understanding, and appreciation for the historical significance for the Chinese Canadian. Chinese Canadians played a vital role in our society. It was especially evident during the COVID-19 pandemic. Many Chinese Canadians led the way on and sharing the importance of self-imposed health restriction before COVID-19 was even an issue. Unfortunately, some of the gesture of goodwill were reciprocated with ridicule, racist remark, racialized insult, and unprovoked violence. From economy to culture, the contribution of the Chinese Canadians are an essential part of our province and our nation's success and prosperity. Chinese Canadian Museum will preserve and showcase Chinese Canadians' significant contributions and historical ill treatment for many generations to come, study and learn from. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.